Nintendo pull another classic move.
And Sega's emulation woes.
This is Screenplay Daily News. I'm damp from the fever. The fever has me.
Oh, I see. This is a sickness thing.
It's real sickness.
I thought we were just doing a dance. It's Tuesday the 27th of June. I'm Steph.
I'm Nick and I am slowly dying, and here is what we have considered newsworthy.
Nintendo is giving its SNES console the Mini Classic treatment. Announced overnight, the SNES Mini Classic will launch in September with 21 games, including the famously unreleased Star Fox 2. Like the NES Classic before it, this will resemble the original console design, but sport a smaller form factor and an HDMI out. Do you ever own or play a SNES?
I mean, I definitely played one, but I never owned one. I never had an NES, I never had an SNES. I was the Master System kid, and then I went from that to a PlayStation 1. So I kind of missed out. I used to go to friends' houses for this sort of thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've never had any consoles when I was a kid because my parents
We're terrible people.
were very strict about this kind of thing.
Hopefully they're not watching now. Hi, Steph's mom and dad.
They won't be watching now. I had a lot of friends that had a lot of consoles, and the SNES was a big one. So Donkey Kong Country.
Oh yeah.
2?
Donkey Kong
Country.
So
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country is coming on this one. This one's got a pretty good lineup of games. I'm going to mention just some of the big ones. Donkey Kong Country, Kirby Superstar, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Mega Man X. We've got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, all the supers. Yoshi's Island. There's some decent games here. I actually like this more than the NES lineup.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I'm pretty sure, is the Street Fighter that I played. And I just played Cammy. I used to spam this low spin kick that she did. Just spam it, and that was the only way I'd win. It was awesome.
How long did that work for, though? Because that sounds like you had one move that would be pretty easy to cotton onto.
It was that, or as A Honda with his 1,000-hand slap.
Oh, yeah. Well, thankfully, you won't be able to use that move in this one, because this is Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, which she is not in.
Oh!
Yeah. It's very confusing as to who is in what.
But the big king hit game for this console is Star Fox 2, which never saw a release because it actually became Star Fox 64, which was Lilac Wars here on the Nintendo 64. So this was this almost completed game that never saw the light of day, and we'll get to play that now.
Yeah, and see how it compares to Lilac Wars.
Yeah,
and,
it'll be
There's going to be
awesome.
a lot of happy Star Fox nerds out there. They have said that they're going to make way more of these than they did with the NES ones, because that, the shortage was a giant controversy. But they still are only selling it between September and the end of the year.
So that means a limited run of Star Fox 2 as well. I mean, I understand they're trying to make it like a collector's item, and they want to make it something that's really highly sought after, but it just seems a bit mean. Give the people what they want.
It's 4 months. You're selling this piece of technology for 4 months. This is not summer fruit. You're not selling a peach that's only good for like a couple of months. Like this, let people buy this for years and years. It's very strange. The other thing that they did hear from people with the NES Classic is that the cord with the controller was hilariously short. There were people
So you were like on top of it.
Yeah, they're all just sitting in front of the television like a kid again, playing, so they've changed that as well. Will you be buying one of these?
Yeah, I mean, I would love one for those Donkey Kong Country memories, but I just don't know if I can get my hands on one.
You've only got a 4-month window. Moving on, and Sega's mobile releases are a bit shit, but they're working to make them a bit less so. Sega surprised fans last week by announcing they would be bringing some of their best classic titles to mobile devices, arguably the best thing to come out of Sega this decade. Unfortunately, for some, it has so far proved to be a technical flop, in line with arguably everything to come out of Sega this decade. So there are reports of frame rate issues, bad audio, like a certain internet show.
It's not that bad.
And then awkward controls as well, which I put down to terrible touch controls.
Awkward controls are always a deal breaker. Like, I can put up with a bit of framiness, but if the controls make it physically like frustrating to function, I'm out.
I don't want to rag on Sega any more than, I must. But is this just not what had to happen? Like, was this just not always on the cards? It was kismet that this was not supposed to be the smooth rollout that we all expected.
I feel like it's Sega's lot in life to have these kinds of
we saw over the
missteps, we'll call it.
Over the weekend, I saw all these GIFs of people celebrating Sonic's birthday in all the different Sega offices around the world, and I was just like, the fact that you're still celebrating Sonic just just says so much about how you're just not in the right mindset for video games anymore. So apparently the problem is the emulator, because it's running an emulator on your phone, and then there's all different kinds of phones and older hardware, and you don't really know if it's gonna run properly on everything.
Shame. Well, I think they are trying to fix it though, so fingers crossed. Thumbs up.
Cross those thumbs.
In other news, nearly 4 years on and one mod storm later, and GTA 5 is once again topping sales charts around the world. Even during the strong community backlash surrounding GTA's poor treatment of single-player modding tool Open4, the game managed to sell more copies this week than any other game in the UK, and in Australia it placed in the top 10.
Last weekend, ANZ Overwatch team Blank eSports competed in the Overwatch Pacific Championship 2017 Season 1 playoffs. Throughout the tournament, Blank eSports fought through a field of 8 teams to finish second on 66 points behind Flash Wolves, who finished on 75 points in the overall standings. They will now face Flash Wolves in the grand final, which will be held on the 29th of June. The same day as a certain television show will go to air.
And in StarCraft 2, 8 of the best ANZ players competed in the WCS Challenger ANZ Season 3 finals. Laguz and Probe ultimately met in the grand final, where Laguz emerged victorious 4 games to 3 after an epic series. Both players have now qualified for WCS Valencia.
And here's what's happening on other screens. There is a new Dark Tower trailer. It's a good context builder for those who haven't read the books, and it gives you kind of an understanding of what the hell Stephen King's story is all about.
Darkness is your weapon. Guns are mine.
Have you read those books?
No, I haven't. Okay, huge truth bomb.
Yeah.
I have never read a single Stephen King novel in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I
thought-
read so much fantasy, and occasionally I'll go into like historical fiction.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of historical fiction. It's a great series. I haven't finished it. I think I've read 4 of them. The film looks kind of confusing though, because apparently the film is more of a sequel to the books than an adaptation. So they're going to take parts of it, but it's more like, yeah. So the assumed knowledge for that is like a whole series of books you need to read just to understand the plot of the film.
I mean, I think that's kind of good though, as long as they manage to tell a succinct story within the film, because
Yeah.
otherwise you end up just doing the book versus
The film thing.
comparison,
and
and you should just go read the books because they're better and all that kind of stuff. So.
Well, I'm excited for anything with Idris Elba in it, and that is it.
He needs to be James Bond. Am I right? Idris Elba for James Bond?
I think everyone on the internet agrees with you, except for whoever is in charge of casting James Bond. I think it's that and half of Trump's America. All right, that is it for today's episode of the Daily News. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel later on this afternoon when Steph and I get even.
But I've had enough now. I don't trust him.
Also, this Thursday we're launching our TV show.
Yay!
Super exciting. It's going to be on at 10 p.m. on 7 Mate. I'm not nervous at all.
Are you actually nervous?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of what these chumps are gonna think?
Absolutely.
Are you? Oh my god, guys, what are you doing to her?
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm
Just
not nervous.
expectations, and people want different things, and
Yeah. No,
just
I'm
trying to make
excited.
it different from what we've done before. But
Yeah, it's definitely different. So like, it's a totally different format than you would think. So it's yeah, I'm super excited to show everyone what we've been working on. Hopefully, I'm better by then. Because I mean,
Oh, you've not been well.
I'm riddled with disease right now. You know how my hands are usually damp? My whole body is just sweating right now. I'm just completely soaked from top to toe.
And can't go near his baby.
Can't even hold my baby. Haven't held my baby in 5 days. All right, that is it for the news. Thanks very much for watching.
Yes, you can follow Screenplay in all of these places, including our website, screenplay.7.
Website?
Yeah.
Website, screenplay.7. I'm Nick.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you every weekday for the rest of our lives.
We're gonna leave you with this 4.5 thousand Lego bricks worth of Junkrat Riptire.
You said that like you didn't know what you're about to watch.
Let's watch it quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's cool. Oh.
Yeah, that's how it happens when I pull the ulti in the game.
Oh, what a letdown. Good effort, though.
Is Dad's birthday coming up? Well, it better be, because someone needs to buy the Golf Club 2, which comes out on the 28th for PC and on the 30th for PS4 and Xbox One. And if you're looking for something to play on that Vita,